right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm basically waiting on rice. I'm basically waiting on rice.
You said what?
I'm basically waiting on the rice.
You waiting on what? Rice. The rice?
Yeah. Yeah, you like them, nigga.
Now let's go! 319! 319! Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Back to throw. Got an open man, it's Fumagalli. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll drop to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! On 2nd down, it's Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline. And look here, it's an opening drive feint. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Now Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They have the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Red, up!
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Detroit! They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Detroit!
Say that one more time. My record. Oh, I won.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tucker hole being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going
If that
forward.
screen ain't open, if he take the guy that he on to the screen, I'm gonna have to throw it to heel like the backfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Nigga, why the fuck did you see that? Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, man. Look at this, man.
Keep the football back.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Just right here, man.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he can't throw the football up and catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Go! Set up! 180! Red up!
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
Red's up! Gotta go, gotta go! Lay down. Blue.
They go play action. Trubisky going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
A lot of contact there, but there's no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Hey, gotta go.
Come on.
Red's up!
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky.
Man, come on, man. You right there.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All right. Let's get it.
Dad, I said no ice cream, no challenge.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Red's up!
Play action. Now Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who are going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on an attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Michael Brockers in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Leopard! Set! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll run it with Bell, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw now on first down. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 51 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now let's go!
Back to throw here. Caught right side, Tate. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Golden Tate, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll try to play the game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. And they'll run it here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff working right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Damn. Got my ass.
Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are in for 6.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for.
So he didn't have money for food.
They can impose their will on the other team.
Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd in just about a few inches here.
Munching on. What was it last year? That's a phone? Is your phone?
Over! We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hot!
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side.
Oh,
Man, come on. You saw that?
yeah, I
Play
saw this.
through the
You
air on
was
2nd down. Couldn't connect.
Oh, what?
Now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early
It don't.
on as they
That's
force
the
a
one I
couple
take.
to
You
go
take a
awry.
chance like that.
Front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home.
He was
They're
open.
taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it
You know, some
together.
real
The
people
front
do.
and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Go, run!
It's so hard to say them niggas retarded.
Them balls in his back.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Underneath here to Hill. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
You always have games on
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Okay, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you that.
Last minute.
Thank you that you just stopped and fell down and caught the damn ball. And I know bullshit happened that you just kept running.
Well, now I'm talking back again.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Look at that car. Look outside.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's
Man, did you see this dude didn't even get the motherfucking touchdown?
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll throw now on the final play.
Damn, man.
Brought down as time is now
This
running.
nigga took off slow as hell.
Action. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead
Really,
to the
man.
locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Now play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Gotta go, gotta go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He gets there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it? Hey. Run!
Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
If I want to take a picture, it can't be so deep.
Alert! 3 down! Hot! Ready, 5.
gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give the Giants 2-score advantage.
That was a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
No season on that first?
No.
I thought I'm going to pass the ball on this chicken.
Ain't no season.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I mean, season so.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense for...
Wisdom tooth is coming in on the left side.
I've been saying that shit for 4 years.
It has finally, on one side, one of them is kind of far away, but this one is finally broken through the gum.
Yeah.
Oh, it's giving me so much achiness. I can barely eat over there. Like, just a little slight part is like, oh, like a little.
You feel it?
I can feel it kick in my hand.
What's the latest people get them? I know you looked it up.
By me, I feel like I should have had my knee. Alright. Really cool.
I'm still a young buck.
That's so cool. There are people that got out. Well, my problem's been in. I ain't been in problem. They're perfect. These lower ones. One sideways. It's laying on a nerve. And the other one is coming in. I don't really got no rules on people together.
Look mouth for
Got all my teeth, ain't no rules or things. I hope I don't push my teeth forward. Probably 5 seasons on that time.
Touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see. Put me back in the game.
Because some
Put me
teams
back in the game.
to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man on the comebacker. That's Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. 2
of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
Now Bell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
What should I do, guys? I cannot play with it anymore.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
I got you. Are you making a YouTube video? All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. This time, Trubisky will throw. He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. The ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Hey, 18.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that one's blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping, maybe just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them, now they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Golden Tate with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go long. What she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. They're going deep for Hill. And that is going to
God
be
damn.
One-handed. Wow.
Oh, he letting them get that shit on me.
For a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He's in a groove right now. 2 sacks last week. Also got AFC Defensive Player of the Week for that effort. Another sack right there.
He just innately understands how to get to the quarterback. He's going to be blocked differently each and every time. He knows how to counter, how to adjust, and how to get home, as they like to say.
Now he's going to let it. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Green 39!
They'll set up a
Green
throw.
39!
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey! Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Leopard!
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything.
That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars are back within a score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you got to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun! Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gun!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the 2nd week in a row?
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss,
Right,
but that
go.
window closed
Green
quickly.
39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Double tight! Double tight! 3 down, 3 down!
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. I don't want to overhype it